Welcome to episode 903 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Burnett, Apartment Hacker. It's my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. So today I was reading it's Saturday, by the way, this is given the attire, reading a survey that was done by the Francis Hesselman Leadership Forum, which is, it's housed at the Graduate School of Public and International Affairs at the University of Pittsburgh. And it was interesting to me, they put out this survey in March of 2020, right in the midst, or really in the beginning stages of the COVID-19 virus. And the feedback, this was a survey that was sent out to leadership across industry, across various disciplines, and across various levels of leadership. So a wide-ranging set of data. But what they yielded from that, three themes were born out of it. Maintaining work goals and future planning was the first, which I found very interesting because we, at Radco Residential, we just went through a planning exercise and we had to do it over Zoom. And the way that we do our planning exercises, at least on a quarterly basis, is that we have a pre-planning meeting the day before we have an actual planning meeting. And the difference between the two is that we have a strategic thinking team on the first day that goes through and really looks at the data in depth and identifies themes that inform our roadmap so that we can create initiatives for the coming quarter. And the other half, or the other day rather, is we bring in the directors of each one of the departments. We refer to that team as the strategic execution team. So they are responsible for actually organizing the teams that will get the initiatives done. And so those two things, but we went through those exercises, and doing it over Zoom versus doing it in person was quite the challenge. Second thing that they identified in that survey was financial and funding issues. So concerns over being able to continue to fund and find the finances for initiatives in their organizations was an issue. And the third was lack of personal connection. Which for me goes back to the idea of doing a strategic meeting, trying to maintain our work goals and our future planning, trying to do that over Zoom versus in person. I really struggled with that because there is a certain energy that comes out of being in a room together. There's a certain energy that exists in that is kind of like, if you've got 10 people in the room, there's, in my head, there's like an 11th person in the room that isn't really a person, but it is the energy. It's this entity of energy that feeds the group. So there's this collective mindset of ideas, but then there's this synergistic thing that is going on that is, dare I say, almost spiritual in nature. But the point is, you can't get that, or at least for me personally, I don't want to speak for the masses, I can't get that same level of connection through a screen like this, through sharing over virtual meetings. And I'm just interested to know. So that's the feedback from the surveys, but I am interested to know from you specifically, lack of personal connection during the last 70 days, plus or minus, that we've all been locked up at home, or away from our colleagues and the people that we normally do business with, or that we normally sit around and generate ideas with. So is it impacting you in some way, shape, or form? Be interested to know. Thank you. Talk to you again soon.